Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am super excited because we bought a robot litter for our cat Oreo. So here is huge. So I'm gonna be unboxing this and giving you a review on the quality of this and whether it was worth it or not. I'm so excited to never have to scoop again. So I did get the one with the app and it's $30 more just for the app. Part of me actually do want to stalk my cats and see how often they go to the washroom. It's so weird, it sounds stalky, but I'm actually super excited to be notified whenever my cats go to the washroom. Strange. It's super invasive, but they're cats, so whatever. So I do want to note that you do get a 90-day trial, and if you don't like it 90 days, then you can return it. So I'm going to try to unbox this in the nicest way possible so that I can package it up if I don't want it anymore. I hope that doesn't come to that. Well, the top is pretty cute. I just need to figure out how I can take this out. Okay, so this is like this, I'm assuming, instruction manual. But let's just see what this is about. Complete your cat's bathroom and beyond. So this is probably like accessories. It looks like it's just mostly accessories, whatever. There's a manual. I don't anticipate it to be too hard to use. Let's try to get it out of the box first. And then my setup guide. Well, I think this one I might have to take some time to read it. But anyway, for unboxing purposes sake, I won't be showing you me reading that. I'll probably summarize how to do it for you guys. So let's just focus on taking it out. Interesting, there is actually nothing in here. Your scooping days are over, and I think that's pretty much it. It's huge. It's so big. I don't even know where we put it in our house. I'm not too sure if I need my boyfriend for this, but he's kind of not here right now, and I really want to set this up. So I don't think I want to wait for him, so I'm going to try anyways. The rest of this box is completely empty, so it looks like it's just really this chunk of thing that took up the whole face. Alright, so the second stage of unboxing this thing. I got the black one because I just felt like it had a more sleeker look. I feel like the white one looks like it could get dirty very easily. So that's why I went for the darker one. Pretty happy with it, I think. So this is very interesting. So you can see how big this whole entire thing is. It's super huge. Oh look who came, it's Oreo. Orio's curious, she's such a curious cat. Okay, so basically you're supposed to never push litter box against a wall or onto corner, must not be touching any walls. Cat must weigh at least 5 pounds to satisfy the use. Okay, so Oreo, what are you? I think you're 7 pounds last time we checked. I think you're 7 pounds? I think she'll be fine. Okay, so I think now you know how to use this. and I'm not too sure how it's set up. Okay, so this is kind of like our first floor, and that is where we put our litter box. So I don't see any way where I can put this big chunky thing unless in this power outlet here that we have, because that's the only power outlet that we have. And the litter box is literally gonna take up this whole entire space. But anyway, I think I am just gonna read the instructions and decide where to put it later. I feel like I'm a kid who just got a new toy, even though that toy is not really for me, but. The plug is actually here. Oh, you missed it. Plug. Hi, so I relocated the litter and it's kind of in an awkward position in our first floor. It's just very huge. I kind of positioned it away from the carpet because I don't want the sand to get on the carpet. It's easier to clean when it's on the hardwood floor. So I'm going to try to see how this works. What is this? Okay. I was a little bit concerned about what kind of bags are needed. Oh, they gave us some bags, so that's cool. So they said that you have to fill up to the old past this overfill line. I think it's this black thing over here. I don't see. Okay, so I think I filled up to the line and I don't want to overflow it, so I'm going to keep it like this. So I connected it, the power outlet, and I'm going to turn this on. Ooh, I wonder if it's going to be too heavy, the litter. Oreo, do you want to come and take a look? This is your new litter home. Oreo! Everyone, so it's been about 6 months since I bought the litter box. As you can see, it is Christmas now, and I got that back in the summer, so I'm ready to do a review on the robotic litter. Overall, I would say I absolutely love it. I don't have to scoop anymore, which is a huge plus, and I only have to empty it out once a week when I'm taking out the garbage, and that's it, which is just really good. Obviously, it's not perfect, but I'll talk about that in my review. The first part was getting Oreo, my cat, to actually use the new robotic litter, and it was really hard for her because she's just not used to it, and she's a very timid cat. If your cat is like my cat, they're really scared of everything, so we had to set her up in a way that she will slowly get used to using this new robotic litter. So we still kept the old litter box next to the new robotic litter as a way for her to get used to seeing this new robotic litter. But this time around, in her original old litter, we put a lot less litter inside, and we also didn't clean up any of the mess she made. So any poop or pee that she had done, we just left it there, and the whole idea is that they don't really like using a dirty litter box, so once they see that it's really dirty, and it'll just kind of encourage her to use the new litter, which is next to her old litter box, instead. So this lasted for about 4 days. She was still really hesitant to use the new litter, and even though the old litter was really filling up and it was kind of dirty, she was still using it. So we added some treats into her new litter box as a way to encourage her to at least explore around it and at least go inside the robotic litter. So this actually worked, and when she went in to get the treat, she did do her thing, and when there's no more treats, she wouldn't use it anymore. Putting in the treat the first time, we didn't really want to put treats around the litter box anymore because it's kind of dirty since she used it. And it also didn't help that she actually saw the litter box in action. We actually didn't turn on that feature where it will automatically clean the litter box for you, but we have cleaned it when she was not around, or if we thought she was not around and she saw it, and that really scarred her, and she just didn't really want to use it anymore. So after that, we spent a lot of time playing around with her around the litter box, using the laser, putting catnip around the area, and just getting her familiar with this box. And ultimately, we just ended up removing the old litter, and it took her a couple of days. I think she was holding in her, poop and pee, but after 2 days, she just used it, and she's been using it ever since. We were definitely hesitant to remove the old litter all at once because we're afraid that, she might do her business around the house, and we don't really want that. But it looks like that didn't happen. Overall, it did take about a week for her, or a week or maybe 2 weeks for her to successfully get used to the new litter box, and it was definitely a challenge. I would say that in the end it did work out, and now she just uses it. More about the app later, but there is a feature on the app where you can set how long you want the automatic litter box to clean, and I set it to 15 minutes because at that time Oreo would be away from the litter box after she's done doing her business, so she won't see the box in action and creep her out even more. So for overall the litter box review, I would say it's been great. I didn't scoop, and it was just wonderful. I would say that it doesn't hide the smell very well. You can still smell, at least for me, I can still smell the poo and stuff like a meter away from the litter box. And there were definitely a few instances where poop or pee would get stuck to the side of the litter box and it doesn't get cycled out when it's cleaning. However, the clumps will get removed after a couple of cycles, but I noticed that the clumps that stick to the side of wall are usually clumps that haven't been dried out, or the clumps that are still kind of wet. And that is why, like I said about the app, I set the timer to 15 minutes before it does a cycle, which is the max amount of time you can set it to, because this will allow the stuff to dry out before it gets cycled, and that would make it easier to remove. It's not always the case that this happens. Since we bought the litter box, there were 3 instances where it wouldn't cycle at all and it just stopped working. And we found out that all 3 instances, the issue was that we had to recalibrate the weight. So there is a troubleshooting section on their website. They will tell you the different things you can try. And for us, what worked all 3 times was recalibrating the weight. So you can look on their website and search for that troubleshooting if you guys have any issues with the litter box just stopped working. So now I want to talk about the app, and I did spend $30 more to get the app. It's called the Whiskers app. Instructions were pretty clear and easy to follow to set it up. So this is the Whiskers app, and I downloaded this app. The instructions were pretty clear and easy to follow, and this is how it looks like in the front of the app. And you can sign in. These are all the different settings. So you can see from here that it's showing you 15% of the litter box is full. This is actually not automated because you have to reset this gauge yourself, and it doesn't actually weigh how heavy it is, so it's not very accurate. And after you empty out your litter, and if you forget to reset the gauge, it will not be accurate at all. Select on it, it will show you the history of the cycle, and you can see that cat sensor timing means that she came in, she did her business, and now it's going to wait for how long it is until it cycles. And you can see that it'll show you when it starts cycling and when the cycle is complete. If you go to history, it will show you the week of how many cycles occurred this week, how many times you reset it, and their history again. If you go to month, it will show you the monthly data. You can also download the history, which I don't really think is necessary. If you go to controls, it will show you other settings, so you can set it to power if it's on or off. Panel lockout is a button that allows you to freeze the button on the litter box so that if anyone presses it, it's inactive. So this helps with family with kids that like to press buttons, and this will prevent any unnecessary changes and unnecessary cycling. So this is definitely more helpful for families with kids. Lighting, if you turn it on or off, then there will be light in the box, but I just turn it off anyway because I think that will scare Oreo. And if you put it on sleep mode, this means that let's turn sleep mode on. What happened is that during this time, it won't cycle or do anything. So I won't do anything to that. And then you can manual cycle it. So you just press this button and it'll cycle. And as I mentioned, this is the reset gauge. So after you empty out your litter, you would have to select reset gauge. It will reset how full your litter box is. And if you forget to reset this, then it just won't be accurate at all. So that's one thing that I wish was more manual, but isn't. So in the advanced setting, you can name your litter box and you can choose your cycle delay. So as I mentioned, there are different times that you can set when your litter box cycles after a cat uses it. I usually do 15 minutes just because it's harder for all the clumps to get removed. If you do it in 3 minutes, it's still wet, it'll still stick to the side of the litter, and it just won't be good. And then that's pretty much it with this app. I think it's pretty helpful. I certainly like it. I do enjoy looking at the history, and that's pretty much it.